Last month, you heard me echo the cry of our forerunners of the faith, back to the Bible. Now I'm going to up the ante. Let's also be confessing people. You see, a return to the Bible is just that much sweeter when it's paired with our Lutheran confessions. While the Bible is God's flawless word to us, the confessions are a faithful response to God and His Word, and a bold, joyful confession before the world of what Lutherans believe, teach, and confess. Now, I know what you're thinking. A common refrain through the centuries has been that we only need the Bible. But like the great Lutheran historian Hermann Sasse pointed out, in those Lutheran churches where the confessions have lost their authority, the authority of the Bible has also been set aside. Make no mistake, studying the Lutheran confessions and the Bible together is rich. The entire Book of Concord is saturated with the precious doctrine of justification by grace through faith. We know this as the chief article in all Christian teaching. Without this doctrine, no poor conscience can have any firm consolation or truly know the riches of Christ's grace. So here's your second challenge. Let's study our confessions as they're laid out for us in the Book of Concord. Just a passage from the preface to the Book of Concord. Notice how contemporary this is, even though written in 1580. We should take pains with the greatest earnestness and our utmost ability to attend to those matters that promote A, the extension of God's name and glory, missions, B, the spread of His Word, from which alone we hope for salvation, mission, and C, the peace and tranquility of churches and schools, and D, the instruction and consolation of disturbed consciences. We must do this. Bruce Kintz just sent me the new mini-me edition of the Reader's Edition of the Book of Concord. It's only about $15. It's tiny and it's magnificent. When you begin your reading, begin with Luther's catechisms. Read the Augsburg Confession. Consider the Formula of Concord. The epitome is the shorter version. Check out CPH for a copy of the Concordia, the Lutheran Confessions. It's a reader's edition of the Book of Concord that I promise will be a perfect companion to that Bible on your nightstand. Will you take the challenge? Let's sharpen our proclamation of the gospel. Let's grow in unity. Let's be joyfully Lutheran. Now, let's take a look at yet another monthly digest that's overflowing with great information and resources. The featured video for May takes us to the recent call days at our two synods seminaries in St. Louis and Fort Wayne. It's the highlight and culmination of seminary training as our synod sends out men to pastor churches and deaconesses to serve in mercy. This month's photo gallery also captures the joy of graduates on the campus of Concordia College in Selma, Alabama. A bittersweet event and the last for that school. We thank God for the incredible gifts that have been received through Concordia Selma, Lutheran teachers and pastors who attended, and then faithfully served, and many who continue to serve. On KFUO Radio, hear about our missionary work in Papua New Guinea and the challenges of dealing with superstition, sanguma or sorcery-related violence, and sharing the gospel of Jesus in treacherous situations on the mission field. In The Reporter, you'll read about Heart for Texas, a coalition of Lutheran organizations partnering with volunteers and businesses in Texas and beyond as they help Hurricane Harvey survivors return as closely as possible to normal life. In this month's Lutheran Witness, there's a great piece by Reverend Thomas Ager called Children's Children and the Plans of God. It's a great read. Don't miss it. In the spring edition of Lutherans Engage, learn how a campus ministry in Minneapolis is introducing international students to Christ. Next up, we have a valuable resource in our LCMS Parish Nurse newsletter, where you'll gain a variety of mental health insights from parish nurses and pastors. And if you're working in Hispanic ministry or are interested in learning more about it, mark your calendar for the 6th National Hispanic Lutheran Convention in Houston. The dates are July 24 through 27. God bless you.